beautiful way. Me, I'm gone, breeze my way through it, and I hope you do the same. When positivity is setting the stage, laughing at my troubles, blowing clouds away. Nothing can go wrong, and I can guarantee it, 'cause I'm feeling good today. It's gotta be the moment I've been waiting for. A chance when in a million, if I let it go, I will be a fool. I feel it in my bones, so I'ma ride it till the wheels fall off. It's gotta be the moment I've been waiting for. A chance when in a million, if I let it go, I will be a fool. I feel it in my bones, so I'ma ride it till the wheels fall off. So many people wanna take the easy road, and I don't. I can miss the train, 'cause at least they have a goal. A goal is gonna get you off the corner if you want it, anywhere you want to go. I know, 'cause I got mine. It's time to shine. I got my foot on the gas. Let's go. It's gotta be the moment I've been waiting for. A chance will never million if I let it go. I will be a fool. I feel it in my bones, so I'ma ride it till the wheels fall off. It's gotta be the moment I've been waiting for. A chance will never million if I let it go. I will be a fool. I feel it in my bones, so I'ma ride it till the wheels fall off. It's my day, and I'm really feeling good today. Spread sun rays, shovels fade, and I'm really feeling good today. Don't you want to be right here on this cloud with me? I'm on cloud nine. I'm on cloud nine. Hello.
Hello. How you doing on this beautiful day? Me? I'm going to breeze my way through it. I think that's a good message for this song, for this day. Happy Sunday, y'all. Welcome to the Just Live podcast. For those who are new to this space, happy to have you here. Definitely want to give a little more time for people to come in here while we get situated on this day during this Women's History Month. So, I'm going to play a little more music for you. And for those of you who cannot view live, who will be watching later, shout out to you. Right now, I'm going to play God's Heart.
Yeah. Queen Sanaa.
Why did you say that I could have your heart?
And I could have your heart.
Why did you say
And I could have your heart. And I could have your heart.
so many ways?
I took it all apart. I took it all apart.
I lost my way.
You said I broke your heart.
Or is it a feeling? Like ether, I vanish, now I'm the villain. You said you'd always love me even when I'm in my feelings. Mistakenly allowed to be master of inner dealings. 'Cause I'm emotionally immature. Who isn't?
Take me away. Take me away.
Where would I be if you chose to take it all
Don't
away?
take it all away.
Where would you be if I chose to give it all away?
You know that I love
Where would I be if you chose to give it all away?
Don't take it away.
Where would you be if I chose to give? Why did you say that I could have your heart?
And I could have your heart.
valuables away and get to the top before I lose the flow of this wave. I swear I only want it to be safe. It's wishful thinking.
Take me away. Take me away.
Where would I be if you chose to take it all away?
Take it all away.
Where would you be if I chose to give it all away? I don't love you. Where would I be if you chose to give it all away? Take it all away. Where would you be if I chose to give it all away?
So, for those of you who have never heard the Epiphany album, which includes God's Heart, it's on all streaming platforms. And so go stream it on your favorite platform. Or if you want to download it, it's available on Bandcamp, which is actually qsqueensanaa.com. You don't even have to put the www in there. I made it easy for you. qsqueensanaa.com. Bandcamp. Only a few are available to purchase from Bandcamp, but there are some if you're interested. So, still waiting for some folks to pour in today. I realized last week's show was a little different from the norm, and it was Self-Care Sunday for sure. But I hope that you were able to gather some vital information about women in history, specifically African American women in history, which you can kind of take with you and share with everyone you know. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'll tell you what I think happened. The show the week before that was not full of too many likes, and that's okay. Like, I don't live for the likes. I do this for the people. I don't do it for the likes. But you know how I always say, the more likes I get, the better the content. Like, y'all saw what happened last week. You didn't even get to see me or talk to me or any of that. And I told you there's a science behind it. So for those of you coming in later, as soon as you get in here, please smash that like button. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, because it literally drives the content, I promise you. Y'all saw the proof. I couldn't even get in. I was like, nope, not enough likes. So in honor of Women's History Month, in today's show, we'll be talking about some more awesome women in history. Well, you know what? Awesome is relative. It depends on who's determining that, right? But definitely some pioneers in women's history. And if enough people come in, I might even turn it into a quiz. So let's see what happens. I've got one viewer right now. Hello out there. Please shout yourself out in the chat. Let's have a conversation. While you do that, I am going to play this really nice clip from my producer that he put together. I like it. I like the music too. Check this one out. I like that. I really do. I don't know why. Maybe it's the music. I like the guitar. I love to listen to different kinds of music though, you know. Some of those women in history that came up, like Mahalia Jackson, the good sis. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. My parents introduced me to the sounds of Mahalia when I was a young child. And I don't know, I couldn't understand her name. So I was a young child. But that name came from the ancestors, I think. And, you know, deep down, deep down. And when she sang, you could hear that. So she was up there. Some phenomenal women in there. I'm going to show that again at some point. I am also sometimes my videos do weird things, but I want to show the Queen Cipher again because those are also some phenomenal women. So let me see what I can find. I'm not frozen, I'm just looking. You know how your computer sometimes just wants to do what it wants to do? Yeah, that's where we at. Ah, here it is. I'm kind of tempted to play both. No, I'm gonna play the new one.
Nine, seven, kill it, G.
There. Goose. I go by the name of Rod Digger. And you are now tuned into the Spoken Gun Queen Cypher. Carolina. With no further ado, talk to a
Just a big bad wolf riding low through your hood, dressed in all fleece, pretending it's peace. Hand on the piece, I'm praying you sleep. Sweet like peach, but it's havoc I reek. Better call female, I'm pretending to this rapping. Time pick, color make pretty for your casket. Does my thing, skills like ling. Word of my woes, can't see me toe to toe. You know I got a pass when the pumps and the purses. Your man on my line, cause I outward your verses. Wait, whoa, all of my grill, cause I'm on a roll. Big blow, huffing I puff, in your crib on the flow. This big mama got food for the soul. Y'all on milk, buckle up for the stroll. Been through the fire, coming out like gold. I never miss, built on bricks. Stand with the best of them, unlike the rest of them. God is the president, flow is the evidence. Call up the reverend, bitches and elegant. Far from a veteran, pluggy for president. Breaking the ballot, can't box me in. Plugging the love, I'm watching the blood. Hand paper heaven, I'm destined to win. Yeah.
This is the part where I cut up and act up like Kate and the rest of fool. I be a lady, a freak, or a goon in them streets, and I'm still gonna be dropping them jewels. Oh, you mad? You tight? Did a hair nerve up under your skin? Just on my maestro, I'm taking all of your bulls, cause you ain't playing no win. Go big or go board, the latter is sadder, cause you're on my platter, and no, I'ma eat. No talk of cheddar, always been better, but nah, I'm a beast. What up, Caculat? What up, bull? I had to bring it back so I could feed my cities till they full. We are ancestors. Walk out these dreams. They gon' try to get in your mind till you bust up out of them seams. But you gotta hold your ground, cause you already been chosen. Causing commotion, cause you got the potion. Stay on the boat and doors gonna be open. Yes, Lord.
Did it again. Watch me come through with the woo for the win. Everybody wanna know where I've been. What can I say? I've been getting it in. And I've been valid, I've been verified, been all of my job. Really, I've been callous, I've been scared that I've been waited too long. I've been hated on for too long, and I've been itching all in my palm. Really, I've been all in my bag. Now I done been made it this far. Yo, I take the bag to the bank. My haters mad that I do what they can't. Trying to convince me they is when they ain't. I just proceed to go hard in the paint. Hard in the paint, driving the lane. Straight to the hole, you feel the pain. Let's not pretend that you thought I would take it this far to the top on the way to the win. Yeah, I just gon' run it up. Ride past the crowd with a smile and I'm holding my runners up. Fuck with us. Roy to the name with respect in the game and I said enough.
Just for a minute, let's talk business. Flow is just a little bit vicious and them pigeons can only handle a smidgen of it. I turn faucets, testing waters is your decision. Use caution with that drip cause I'm gripping most of my vision on it. Can't let go. Preachers to the choir when I got that fire and they all know. Keeping you inspired is my favorite pastime. You ain't learned last time, got the Leroy glow. Salute my crew cause we so dope. Having all the pull, don't need no rope. Gotta keep it cool, all skis, no slope. Full speed, rare breed, I can feed you hope. And I'm married to this rap, but I had to elope. Cause they don't notice when you here, but they want you when you leave. So believe I'ma lead on my pack. We be stacking chips at the back door. We creeping slow for all the newbies and beginners. Been picking the plot, licking the pot clean. Cause we cooking full steam in the Queen's Eve dinner.
Been a threat, still a vet. Wait a minute, and I'm still a bigger flex. Out the mud, royal blood, king's daughter, kingdom mindset. If it ain't purpose in your punchline, darling, tell me what's the benefit. Let me guess, money, murder, sex. Same ish, too hard for the church. She too safe for the street. It's a cold cut bread from both sides. You ain't know how they meet. Some of them I never get it, but I never ever let them get to me. Cause I know where I'm headed, who the sun sets free, free indeed. Yeah, I know I'm enough, so never stuck in that rut, no. They can't hold me, that word on me, that's a renegade with a pump, though. I don't play with these ducks, no. They vibration be too low. My real breed ain't chose me, not a whole lot of us, so we don't mouth.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm always going to like that one, I think. I like the color change and how they went from all the different colors on the spectrum. Speaking of color, my background is comprised of the official Women's History Month colors. For those of you who did not know, that is pink, purple, and white. Of course, I added some black for balance, or excuse me, I asked Jim to add some black for balance. Shout out to my producer, Jim. He's the best when it comes to these visuals. So last week, he actually ran the show. For those of you who are not aware of what was going on, there were a lot of images, a lot of information about women in history. There was not the typical conversation with Queen Sanaa between the comments and myself. And it was a self-care Sunday. And I truly appreciate Jem for running the show because, you know, I'd rather have a show than just not show up. That's my philosophy. So I did get a chance to listen back, and I realized there was a lot of information to digest last week. And I have a special prize for anyone who can. I'm not going to do that because you can go back and watch the show. No cheating. What I'm going to do is show this reel again. And if you can name 3 women in this reel, that's for the live show or anyone that's watching later, you will get a prize. What is the prize? I don't know yet. Let me think about it. But I'll think about it while I'm running the reel. Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed that one personally. Okay, let me see. Well, first of all, we're going to give a round of applause to Mr. Jim Savage for that lovely visual and the music selection. In my opinion, it was nice. So, okay, so for those of you who are here, can you shout yourself out in the chat, please? Let's have a conversation. I miss you all. I miss talking to you. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button when you come on in. The likes really drive the content, they really do. So, I showed the visual. And just for those of you who need a little more time, I'm going to put this back up. And so, if you can name three, I feel like a couple of these are easy. I even might have given one of them away earlier, just saying. If you can name three of these women, uh, I didn't decide what the prize is going to be yet, but I don't know, maybe a gift card. We'll see. Maybe the prize will just be knowing that you have new information about phenomenal women in history. I think that's a good prize, personally. But yeah, take your time on this one. It probably seems like I'm kidding, but I'm very serious. So, for today's show, it requires a little interaction, and I'm waiting on the interaction, but everyone's a little shy today, and that's okay. It's Sunday, and it's self care Sunday on top of that. So, I just appreciate you watching the show. But if you're able to, I would love for you to drop in the chat uh, who is a phenomenal woman that you want to shout out today? Who's a phenomenal woman that you want to shout out today? I have a few. I want to hear from you all. Who you want to show some love to on this show today? Give them their flowers, so to speak. You know me, I'm gonna shout out my oldest, Jasmine, because know that the premise is that younger people, young adults, don't really have it together. Typically, it's being said by older people who, have their notions about how things should be, and sometimes maybe didn't have the freedom to learn about who they were and what they wanted before they were raising families and running households of their own. And young adults today really seem to be opting for just living, you know, seeing what life has to offer, holding off on creating a family first, building that credit and seeing the world and making some youthful mistakes in the process, as we all have. But definitely really doing it out here. So for me, I want to shout out my oldest. She is a phenomenal woman to me. She is really about her business, really on top of her credit, really good at saving money, really good at taking care of herself. She works really hard. She's in her senior year and she's about to take the world by storm. And so that's a phenomenal woman I would shout out. Welcome to everyone who just came in. Today's show is about phenomenal women in honor of Women's History Month. Um, if you feel comfortable doing so, I would love for you to drop in the chat so we can have a conversation about a phenomenal woman in your life. Who's a phenomenal woman to you? Um, while I wait, I'm going to talk and wait just to keep the show going. I'm going to name another phenomenal woman in my life, and that's my mom. Now, being that that's my mom, I think naturally some people would shout out their mom first. I chose not to do that. And I'm not going to tell you why, because I'm not. However, I am going to tell you that my mom is a phenomenal woman. I would say that a lot of my drive and um, practicality and knowledge about just a lot of things came from my mom. And the way I've seen my mom, bounce back from circumstances and maneuver through obstacles and challenges that moms face sometimes, it just comes with being a mom, just like this. Here's your bag of challenges, mom. Welcome to motherhood, right? um, I really saw her navigate a lot of those with ease, and the ones that may not have been so easy, I always saw her find a solution on the other side of those challenges. So definitely in honor of Women's History Month, shouting out my mom as well. But as far as phenomenal women, I just I don't know. Quiet today. It feels weird. Feels really weird. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking for a little while. What do you want me to do? It's so quiet in here. But I'm not gonna disappear. I'm just gonna play another Queen Sanaa song. I think y'all are mad at me for not coming last week. And listen, it wasn't personal. I promise it wasn't personal. It was really about Self-Care Sunday for us, sis. So, need a little grace. Just a little grace. And I'm going to play Misunderstood by Queen Sanaa. It's also available on Bandcamp. QSQueenSanaa.com. No www.
Incomplete. I don't wanna hurt no anymore. I've been misunderstood. I've been misunderstood, understood. I'm tired of being misunderstood. You swear that you hear what I'm saying, but you don't hear every word. Gotta get this understood. Cause if you don't solve the problem, then I promise you're gonna lose me for good. I don't wanna hurt no anymore. I don't wanna hurt you anymore. But I've been misunderstood. Said I promised that I would do what I could. Then you violated. Do you think I'm a fool? Silly, you wonder what I'ma do. Well, I'm gonna draw the line. I reclaim my time. I know that I'm only on your mind, cause I'm doing fine. Ooh, you got me misunderstood. I misunderstood. I've been misunderstood, understood. I've been misunderstood. I've been misunderstood, understood. I've been misunderstood. I've been misunderstood. I don't wanna hurt no anymore. I don't wanna hurt you anymore. But I've been misunderstood.
Yep, it happens sometimes. And that's okay. However, I hope that you all are having a great day, even if you're not here with me. Also, for those of you coming in later, once again, please remember to So I have a link tree posted here, and there are links to all of the Just Live podcast episodes. There are links to my clothing brand, Savvy Chic Clothing. There are links to my music that you can purchase on Bandcamp, qsqueensanaa.com. And well, just go check it out for yourself. See what's on there. Link tr.ee/Queen Sanaa. For those who are hearing impaired, you should be able to see that on the screen. Also, my Cash App for those who want to donate to savagecom.entertainment or to the Just Live podcast specifically. Please feel free. We will not turn you away. We will buy you a sandwich. Let's see. My show is coming to an end. I really hope that you got something out of today. And I also really hope that I see you again next week. I really do, because tomorrow's going to be a fun show. May have some phenomenal women join me for the show to close out Women's History Month. And I think that'll be pretty awesome. And of course, that's just my opinion, you know. You decide for yourself, but you can't decide if you don't show up. So come on in with me next week to celebrate phenomenal women in history, to celebrate phenomenal women of today, to celebrate women in general, whether you believe they are phenomenal or not. It's Women's History Month. If you don't know much about it, I encourage you to do a little bit of research about where Women's History Month originated and why it's so important for all of us to be able to tell our stories. Erasure is a thing. It does happen. So I am going to go ahead and close out for today. Hopefully, when you come next week, you'll bring a friend with you so we can have a really, really robust discussion, because I think that's the best part of the show, the conversations with the audience. That's just my opinion. I feel like all of y'all are my best friends and we just chit chatting every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if y'all don't feel that way about me, it's okay. I don't get out much. So, how will I just live? Let me think about that. I will just live by making sure that everything I do will leave a positive impact on the world around me. Everything I say will encourage the next person and encourage myself. And ultimately, I will just live by being a phenomenal woman, walking in my purpose, and being intentional about that. How will you just live? You're welcome to drop it in the chat. I'm going to take us out with being in love. Who am I being in love with? I always get that question about that song. I'm being in love with Queen Sanaa. That's all. My family, my friends, my job, even, believe it or not. I love my job. Um, the ability to show others how to walk in their power, uh, the ability to understand why being me is so important. I'm in love with all that. I am. And if you haven't experienced that yet, I really hope that you have a chance to. So here we go with being in love. You all have a super Sunday. Have an awesome Sunday. And I hope to see you all next week for the close of Women's History Month because, again, I hope to be doing a show. I plan to do a show with some phenomenal women. And listen, if they don't come, I'll just invite some more and have them up here too. If you want that to be you, please do send me a message, qsqueensanaa@gmail.com, or message me on Facebook, Queen Sanaa QS, or in the big page, the QS Queen Sanaa page. Either way, I'll get the message. We can talk about it. And let me know why you believe you should be featured on the Phenomenal Women Show. A Phenomenal Woman Show. And I think that would be an exciting show. Hey, I might have a mixture. Meanwhile, anyone who can come back and name 3 of the women in the picture that I shared today and in the reel that I shared today, there is a special prize for you. And guess what? The biggest surprise is I'm not going to tell you what it is. So it's up to you. Either way, here we go. Y'all take care.
I'm gonna get it together.
I'm just being in love. 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 Know what it takes to be in love. They don't know what it takes. They don't know what it takes to be in love. They don't know what it takes to be in love. Oh, we both know what it takes. We both know what it takes to be in love. Gonna be in love. This is something I can't control it. How you feeling? I just can't call it. I just know how I feel inside. I got love on my mind. You know that I just adore you. And you know that I'll come before you. I just know how you feel inside. I got love on my mind. I'm just being in love. 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 I'm just being in love.